Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Welcome to Ark One Sailing Towards Growth with SAP Business One, turning your data into decisions. Welcome to everyone who's already in here. Kamusta po tayong lahat? Hope everything is well, and thank you for taking the time to be with us here today. Your presence is highly appreciated. By the way, I'm Hannah, Ark One's marketing specialist, and I'll be your host for this event. All right. So before we proceed, we'd like to request everyone to follow our webinar protocols displayed on the screen. Kindly put your name and your company so we can acknowledge your presence. And please don't hesitate to ask any questions by typing them in the chat box. We will make sure to answer all queries by the end of this session. Also, for a better listening experience, please keep your microphone on mute and your commentary positive and optimistic in the chat box. And here are the protocols for this whole event. And to be informed for our latest updates, please follow our Facebook page. It's Ark One. And for your convenience, I think we have sent the links already in the chat box for your easy access. So, hi. I can now see some names appearing in the chat box. Hi, Sir Brent Gabriel from HLB Manjud. Thank you for joining. Hi, Miss Sherry from Bangko Mabuhay. Welcome. Sir John Paul Takyang from IQPL. Hello, welcome. Thanks for joining. Sir Ernest Henry Senizal from Bangko Mabuhay. Welcome. Ray John Makahiya from Entech Precision Philippines Inc. Welcome, sir. All right. Thank you so much to our dear participants who are actively participating. And now, moving forward to our agenda, today we'll be delving into how business intelligence in SAP Business One enhances decision making. In a world where businesses encounter continual challenges, having the right tool is very important. And this will be elaborated later on by our speakers. Additionally, we'll explore the seamless integration of SAP Business One with Microsoft Power BI for advanced reporting and analytics. And by the end of this session, we aim for everyone to confidently access and utilize business intelligence and analytics, recognizing its profound impact on decision making. So there you go. Before heading to these topics, alam ko lahat tayo ay excited na to hear our speakers. But we will kick things off first with a short speech from our respected CEO who's been the driving force behind Ark One. Please join me in extending a warm welcome to our very cool and enthusiastic CEO, Engineer Erwin Padrique.
Salamat, Hannah. Thank you very much for that introduction. Good afternoon, everyone. Magandang hapon sa inyong lahat. Similar to you, I'm equally excited as you are to be in this event. So to start with, I do know that some of you may not have heard about Ark One prior to this event. So I would like to take this opportunity to basically share with you a brief overview of who Ark One is. Yan. Can you all see my slides now? Okay, so sige. So Ark One is a group of companies which has been in operations for the past 20 years. Under the Ark One group are 4 companies. One of the company we have is a company that is based in Singapore. It serves as our regional marketing office, managing relationship with technology providers and technology developers who aren't present locally but are present through our customers in the Philippines. Another company we have is Radio Routers Maxes Inc. This company is a purely telecom service provider. It provides services to the telco operators in the Philippines. We've been a partner of Globe Smart PLDT since the time it has deployed its 2G, and now we're experiencing 5G from copper to fiber. Another company we have is Ark One Technologies Inc. Ark One Technologies Inc. is an ISO 17025 service center. It provides repair and calibration services to companies who are electronics and semiconductor manufacturers here in the country. And to date, it's the only authorized service partner of Keysight Technologies. And last in the fold is Ark One Solutions Inc. Ark One Solutions Inc. is the company that provides transformative solutions to businesses like yourselves or businesses like ours. This is the partner of SAP in the Philippines. Under Ark One Solutions, we've divided our portfolio into five. One of them is what we call the business applications. Under the business applications is our SAP B1. Under the SAP B1 rides several applications that are seamlessly integrated inside the platform. It can be solutions for your e-commerce requirement, solutions for your HRIS, for your CRM, for your production, as well as for your manufacturing or construction application. And SAP B1 is a platform which is industry agnostic and technology agnostic. Aside from business applications, we also are providing solutions to our customers in the area of network infrastructure. We've been instrumental in designing and building our customers' infrastructure, which includes security and surveillance solution. Another aspect which we've been helping customers with is helping them migrate from on-prem to the cloud. Another area of expertise is in the area of security infrastructure. A while ago, I've discussed about the importance of business applications as well as network infrastructure. Equally important is the security infrastructure. We, as your partner, will help intensify your security posture end-to-end from the network itself, where your endpoint or your devices are running, as well as those software applications that runs through those devices. Another area of expertise which Ark One provides is in the area of collaborative solutions. During pandemic, all of us have experienced the need to collaborate in spite of physically present among each other. So to date, Ark One has been in partnership with a number of workplace solutions. One of them is M365. M365, similar to Google, similar to Cisco, has been providing efficient solutions for the workplace. And of course, more importantly, the network infrastructure with the likes of Azure, with the likes of AWS. And all of these technology solutions are made available because of our partnership with technology providers such as SAP, Microsoft, and Cisco, to name a few. And for the past 20 years, Ark One has successfully deployed solutions across various verticals. So this would be in the areas of telecoms, areas of manufacturing, industry of real estate and construction, as well as financial services industry, including the government and the academia. So to summarize, who is Ark One? Ark One is an organization which has been operating for the past 20 years. And for the past 20 years, we have developed technology expertise across several platforms that has allowed us to deliver value-added services to our customers like yourselves. And more importantly, this technology expertise rests among our experts. And through our experts, we are able to deliver dedicated resources to our customers like yourself. And in closing, allow me to again reiterate, this is Erwin Padrique, hoping to be your partner for life. Again, in Ark One, we've got you covered. Back to you, Hannah.
All right. Thank you so much, Sir Erwin, for sharing informative facts about what Ark One is all about. Thank you also, sir, for being an inspiration. I hope you all enjoyed his speech as much as I did. And before we proceed to our first speaker, I'd like to welcome those newly joined participants. Welcome to Ark One Sailing Towards Growth with SAP Business One. And now, let's proceed to the main dish of this event. Alam ko excited na tayo sa mga topics natin today. And to start with our first speaker, she has been in the industry for 5 years, assisting businesses in their digital transformation journey. And now, to shed light on utilizing BI and analytics, let's give a warm welcome to Ms. 𝐸𝐵𝐵𝐲.
Thank you, Hannah. Good afternoon, everyone. Today, I am here to talk about a topic that is essential for every business owner and decision maker. So, regardless of the industry or size of the company, we are living in the era of data, and businesses are collecting more data than ever before. But the question is, are we using it to make better decisions? Are we maximizing the potential of our data to improve our bottom line? That's where SAP B1 comes in. SAP B1 is a powerful business management software that can turn your data into actionable insights and help you make informed decisions that drive your business forward. In this session, I will be discussing how SAP B1 can help you gain real-time visibility into your operations, improve your forecasting capabilities, and elevate your decision-making process to the next level. So let's dive in. So let me start. So let me give you a brief overview of SAP B1. So for those who are not yet a user of SAP B1, so it's an ERP system. So the purpose of this is to streamline data management. So meaning it provides storage for all your data. And then it integrates modules and it provides advanced analytics. So what do we mean by that? So we have here different modules for every entity. We have several departments, several transactions for each department. We have the operations, we have the sales department, we have the warehouse, and of course, mawawala ba yung finance department. So at the end of the month or at the end of the year, so we should gather data from those different departments and then create the financial statement. So usually, yun yung goal ng every accountant, the financial statement. So under ng financial statement, we have the balance sheet, the income statement, and then we also have the cash flow. So what does SAP B1 do? So ginagawa niya, siya na yung nagge-generate ng report since it's an ERP. So again, lahat ng mga departments will enter their transactions to SAP B1, and then lahat ng mga data na ini-enter nila for those transactions will be coming from SAP B1 itself. So as a result, so lahat ng mga data, like yung mga customers, vendors, we have the items, the pricing, meron tayong tinatawag na uniformity. So we can use that for reporting purposes. So that's just a tip of an iceberg of how SAP B1 can help you turn your data into decisions. So with our session for this afternoon, I will show you how are we going to turn the data from SAP Business One into decision. So we have three. So I've prepared parang three resolutions for that. So we have, first is the standard SAP B1 reports. So when we say standard SAP B1 reports, like when you purchase the system, nandyan na siya. You don't have to customize it. So it's part of the system already. So we have several standard SAP B1 reports, which I will be showing you later. And then second, we have also the customized queries and crystal reports as well. So when we say customized queries, so these are parang the reports that are not yet available in SAP B1. So that's why ginagawa natin siya ng queries, or we can create a crystal report. So crystal report, we will be using a tool para magawa yung crystal report. So usually the crystal report will be saved in SAP B1, and then you can print that or you can save that as PDF file. So yung mga books of accounts, later I will show you yung mga books of accounts natin, yung mga BIR 2307 natin, we can do that through the crystal report. So again, hindi nyo na kailangang lumabas pa dun sa system, but then you can easily direct print or direct save as PDF and then email it to client through the system. And then lastly, we have this new innovation of SAP Business One. So sa mga 10.0 version, so they have this parang web client wherein pwede kayong gumawa ng sarili nyong dashboard and also yung mga analytics nyo. All right, let me share my screen for the quick demo. Okay. So, ito yung user interface ng SAP B1 natin. So, we have here, as you can see, again, as I've told you a while ago, once you purchase the system, nandyan na siya lahat. So, yan, we have the administration, financial, CRM opportunity, sales, purchasing, name it, banking, inventory, and then project management. And then we also have the production if you have production modules. So, how? Paano natin may-utilize si SAP B1 through the reporting. So we have here the reports. So ito yung mga standard reports ni SAP B1. Ayan. So again, we have several reports here that you can utilize. So like before you decide to customize a report, you have to check this report, baka the standard reports, baka kaya na siya naman. Okay, so let's start with the transactions for sales and purchasing. So we have here yung mga sales analysis reports, and then we also have here yung mga open item list, and then yung mga purchase analysis. So let's check on the open item list. So ito lang, again, this is just a tip of an iceberg. So we have several reports. Medyo limited lang yung time natin to show, but I will be showing you yung mga best na magagamit for every entities. So we have here the open item list. So sa open item list, makikita nyo dito yung mga transactions na hindi pa close. Like when we say hindi pa close, for example, we have a purchase order. So in-order nyo na siya dun sa supplier nyo, but then hindi pa siya na-deliver. So as you can see, parang usually every end of the month, si purchasing manager will ask the staff kung ano pa yung mga hindi pa na-deliver na mga items na na-PO nyo na. So para the next month or before the month ends, i-check nyo kung kaya pa bang i-deliver ng supplier, or you can ask for another supplier para ma-fulfill yung requirements nyo. So what we have here, ayan, so we have here the several posted purchase order. So again, ayan, meron na siyang amount. We have the amounts and then the transaction date. So if I will be the purchasing manager, I'll check kung kailan siya nagawa. So as you can see, we have April 27, 2022 pa na transactions, and then this is the amount. So titingnan ko if this item ba, i-deliver pa ba to ni supplier. So I will check on the yellow arrow. So lahat ng mga transactions, you can click on the golden arrow. So ito yung magic button natin, so that you can see the pinaka-transaction itself or pinaka-origin. So for this system, lahat ay interconnected from the reports to the pinaka-transaction. So as you can see, nandito yung pinaka-purchase order. And then yung sinabi ko kanina na you can print the purchase order automatically from the system. So we use the power of Crystal Report in order to create parang mga layout for the purchase order. So this is only a sample. Ayan. You can customize printable forms. So kahit ano yung gusto nyo, as long as all the data, again, what we need is the data lang talaga. Nasa loob lang siya na system, then we can create a layout, a report from that. So ayan, and then, so what I will do is, I'll ask the staff kung ano i-deliver pa ba to, and then if hindi na, then I can automatically change these items to close or cancel. So either ika-cancel ko na yung PO kasi matagal na siyang hindi na-deliver. If you're using manual for this, then you have to gather documents pa from other departments, and then you just have to check kung kailan ba talaga to na-deliver. But with this system, makikita mo na automatically kung ano yung mga origin, kung kailan siya ginawa, and then kung sino din yung gumawa. Ayan, as you can see. And then you can also check if may mga items ba here na na-deliver na. So that will be through relationship map. So as you can see, may mga items na din na na-deliver na. So the full cycle of the transaction can be seen already in the system. So you don't need to go out. You don't need to ask your warehouse personnel if may na-deliver na ba out of this purchase order, or meron ka bang binalik or nabayaran na ba yung iba. So as you can see again, in terms of traceability, the system is here to help you. So ayan. And then also, by the way, for those lang na hindi pa gumagamit ng B1, we also have here the transactions, and then all the transactions ay connected na din siya to journal entries or dun sa accounting, and then connected na din siya dun sa warehousing. So like once you receive the item already, diretso na siya na makukuha or mag-journal entry or mag-a-add ng inventory. So again, as in like it's already automated, like lahat is automated. So with that, with this data, we can see kung ano yung mga hindi pa na-deliver. And then also, we have here yung mga sales order. So how will I maximize this open item list para magamit ko siya for decision-making purposes? So with this, when we say sales order, those are the closed contracts na siya. So meaning, you have the responsibility to deliver to your customers. So as you can see here, we have here the parang open sales order or open contracts pa siya. So meaning, once you see this report, you can check kung okay pa ba tong contract na to or nag-expire na ba tong contract na to? Kasi bakit hindi pa siya na-deliver? So as you can see, you can also check the due date. So we have here 2022, as early as 2022. And then we also have 2023. So you can sort the transactions per date. You just have to double click in. And then you can see, ayan, 2021. And then if I were part of the management, then I will check kung bakit hindi pa to siya dinideliver. Because on our end, because parang it's a lost revenue on our end. Ayan. So as you can see, yan, that's one of the reports. And then we also have here yung mga, if you want aging, yung mga vendor liability aging, and then customer aging, then you can easily generate the reports through SAP B1. So if you want to check real time anywhere, as long as meron ka lang internet, and then naka-up yung web access nyo, then you can see kung ano yung mga customers or yung mga receivables hindi pa nababayaran, saka ano yung mga past due receivables. And then as you can see here, so makikita mo dito na these are the receivables. And then again, in terms of traceability, so kayang-kaya mo siyang i-trace kahit hindi ikaw yung nag-input ng transaction, since nandyan na siya yung mga transaction itself. At saka, how did that customer come up with that specific amount or receivable? So as you can see, for example, we have here 1,382, and then the breakdown for that is ito. We have here journal entry, and then invoice, and then incoming payment. So lahat ng yellow arrow, you can click to check the origin of the transaction. So parang if medyo doubtful ka kung bakit nagkaganyan or bakit siya may ganyan transaction, then again, you can click on the yellow arrow. And then you can also check kung sino yung gumawa ng transaction na yan. So kailan siya ginawa, and then if merong in-update, then you can also check through the system. Ayan. So we also have here, ayan, so easily you can export also this report, and then we also have here the total. So like at the end of the month, you can see na medyo kulang kayo sa cash, then we have to expedite the collection of these receivables. And then also, aside from customers, you also have the vendor liability aging. So for the vendor liability aging, and by the way, we have this parameters wherein you can input kung ano yung gusto nyong details, like kung gusto mo na buyer lang or may specific code lang for a specific vendor, then you can input the code or choose the specific vendor. And then, by the way, for the interval, if ayaw nyo ng 30, 60, 90, or you want it to 10, 15, 20, and so on and so forth, you can do that as well. And then you just have to click OK. So again, as easy as that, you can generate the vendor liability aging. So you have to make sure lang na all the transactions ay na-input na siya dito sa SAP B1. Ayan. So we have here the balances. So if you want to do a quick internal audit lang, if tama ba yung mga payables nyo, then for example, we have this employee. So we have this employee. So for example, we have this Aubrey E1007 na employee. Then you just have to ask your employee if totoo ba na I have a 75,040 pesos payable for you. So ayan, if she confirms na tama yung amount, then good. But if sabi niya no, that's 100,000. So dyan pa lang you can make already a decision, or you can make already a move on how to resolve those mga discrepancies, kasi alam mo na meron na siyang discrepancy. So might as well check all the your liabilities to every vendor kung nagko-coincide ba siya. So once you check, so pwede mo siyang matingnan dito here na ano yung origin na transaction. So ayan, so 75,040. So you can check kung sino ba yung tama. Is it the system or yung employee ba na nagsasabi na 100,000? So again, lahat ay traceable siya. So if ever meron siyang items na ma-receive, then you can also check the relationship map kung na-receive ba yung items. So as you can see here, so ito yung payable natin sa kanya, and then these are the items received. So meron tayong goods received PO and then may PR. So dumaan naman siya sa tamang proseso. So you just have to resolve the discrepancy as to amounts. Ayan. And then, aside from that, we also have dun sa may mga maintain na inventories, then we have this inventory report. So we have several inventory reports, but I will show you the pinaka-useful na reports na generate dito. So we have the inventory audit report. So as you can see again, we have the several parameters. You can input kung ano yung mga system date or ano lang yung code na gusto mong i-check. So I'll be giving you a sample scenario. So for example, si warehouse head would like to check. Random check lang again. Same with the checking of the payable amounts. So random checking lang of a specific inventory. Then mag-generate lang siya ng inventory audit report. And then once generated, so ayan, we can see here the inventoriable items and then the cumulative value. So we have here sample the 𝐚𝐻𝐨𝐫, yung cumulative quantity. The physical count of the 𝐚𝐻𝐨𝐫 should be 16,299 kasi yan yung nandito sa system natin. But wait, there's more. So if you want to trace the transaction, so how did that item come up with such quantity, then you can see here all the transactions. So again, so lagi kong sinasabi, in terms of traceability, makikita mo siya. So pag-check dun sa warehouse, nakita nila na the item is 16,200 lang. So ngayon, they need to check kung saan nagkamali. Is it through the system or dun sa pag-count lang? So recount, and then check if may mga na-transfer na mga, or na-misplace lang ng mga 𝐚𝐻𝐨𝐫s dun sa specific warehouse. So at the end of the day, if wala talaga, then you have to adjust or you have to know kung ano yung reason. So with that scenario alone, makakabuo ka na ng parang internal control kung paano siya i-stop yung mga ganong mga discrepancies. So for example, the reason for that is may hindi na record ng mga receiving, or may mga hindi pa na-receive na GRPO but then dineliver na pala. So in that case, the management can create a flow how to make sure na lahat ng mga na-deliver ni supplier ay nare-receive siya agad-agad through the system. So that's one. So we have the inventory audit report, and then so we have several reports pa. We have the inactive item list. So if you want also to parang set those items as inactive, then you can do that as well. Ayan. And then we also have the parang last price report. So you can check the price list per customer kung magkano yung binigay mo sa kanya na price list. And then you just have to select a specific item. So for example, for this item, and then refresh. Ayan. So as you can see, we have here all the transactions for that specific BP code. So when we say BP code, siya yung customer natin. Ayan. So if you check there, so makikita mo dito yung pinaka-data or information for that specific customer. So nandito, ito yung pinaka-ano natin, storage nung customer data. So we have here the customer name, and then of course the TIN, and then the address, the contact person, the payment terms. So all of this parang data can affect your transactions as well. So if you want to check kung same ba yung price or may difference ba yung binigay mong price for that specific customer, then you can see here. Ayan. So based naman dito sa report natin from SAP B1, so we have the same price. Ayan, 250 throughout the transactions. So meron tayong March 9. So again, you can check on the yellow arrow para lang makita yung pinaka-added transaction. So it's here. Yan, and then meron siyang mga discounts. And then also, yan, so that's another one. So last price report. And then if you want also to manage your inventories per batch. So if you have mga nearly expired items, so you can use the batch number, the batch, manage the item by batch. And then with that, makikita mo dito kung ano yung in and out for that specific item. And then you can also see here the supplier. The supplier, so meaning in here, so in siya, so meaning na-receive natin siya to supplier, and then meaning dito is out siya, so meaning na-release natin siya to customer, at kung sinong customer natin siya nire-release. Ayan. So again, traceability, makikita mo din siya. And then lastly, so the most important report na kailangan ni management is the financial reports. So we have here the standard financial reports. Like you don't have to to check because tested and proven na yung mga na-generate na report from SAP B1 ng lahat ng mga customers ni SAP B1. So we have here the choose ka lang, it's either balance sheet or profit and loss statement. So let's start with the profit and loss statement. So you just have to input the parameter again. So if you want to generate lang January 1 to December 31, then yan, ilagay mo lang siya January 1 to December 31. But if you want to backdate like January 1, 2022 to December 31, 2022, you can do that as well. And then if you want annual report or monthly report, so kailangan mo lang lagyan ng monthly, i-tick yung monthly report, and then you just have to click OK. So for this report, yan. So ito yung balance sheet or profit and loss statement niya from January 1, 2022 to December 31, 2022, or for the taxable year 2022. But then if lalagyan natin siya ng 2023, so you can input again kung ano yung gusto yung parameter. So we have here 2023. Ayan. So nag-iba siya. So we have here the turnover and then cost of sales. Ayan. And then the gross profit operating cost. So, random check lang ni management. So, pag chinek niya dito or generate siya ng profit and loss, nakita niya itong data nito. As you can see, naka-negative yung value. So, malamang pag wala siyang data na ganito, you just have to push the salesperson na magbenta kayo na magbenta. Pero as you can see, if you want to analyze the report, yung cost of sales niya mas malaki kaysa sa gross revenue niya. So, you just have to dig kung bakit siya nagkaganon. So, meaning, if that's a moving average or first in, first out, yung valuation yun ng inventory, then that means na may mali sa pricing. So, with this data, you can decide na it's not the sales yung may problema, I mean the salesperson, but the pricing itself. Or you just have to again check. But with the data lang, general overview lang. So hindi mo masasabi na yung sales may problema kasi sa cost of sales pa lang naka-negative ka na. So that's one of the parang decision makers magagawang decisions if ever you will be generating mga real-time reports. And then that's a high level, so you can check with the high level, and then if you want to check yung pinaka details kung saan nanggaling yung mga sales mo, then you can select on the level 4 or yung ang inactive level, sample level 6, para makita mo yung breakdown ng transactions or saan nanggagaling yung turnover mo na worth 1 million. So ayan. And these reports can be transported to Excel file. So if you want to check, you have a revenue here, 500, and then you just have to click the yellow arrow para makita mo yung buong transaction. And then ito, so you just have to click again in the yellow arrow. And then ito yung debit niya. So makikita mo kung bakit or saan nanggaling yung 500 na balance niya. And if you want to check further, like you want to check yung mga 2022 transactions, then you just have to update the parameter. Ayan. So ayan, the ending balance for this GL account or for this revenue account is 500 pesos. So again, if you want to check pa din yung mga transactions, if totoo bang meron talaga siyang transactions, then you can click on the yellow arrow again. Ayan. Para makita yung pinaka-origin niya. And then yellow arrow. So ito yung journal entry. So as you can see, we have here, si customer A, meron siyang May billing worth, ayan, 112. So yan, isa yan sa mga transactions paano nag-come up with that 500 peso na balance for this specific GL account. Ayan. And then also, if you want to check kung magkano yung profit or loss or yung mga expense per department, then we can set a cost center. So meron tayong mga tinatawag na cost center. So you can click lang, as long as natag lang siya dun sa specific na cost center for every transaction, then you can generate a report na specific lang siya to a specific cost center. Like, you want to check kung sino yung pinakamagastos na department, then for every transaction, you can generate report kung magkano yung expense, or if ever may income for that specific department, then you just have to tick or select the cost unit. Ayan, and then update lang, and then you just have to select. So ayan, zero siya kasi for wala tayong transaction na tinag dun sa specific cost center na yun. So like if you have different departments and your departments has revenue, so like you want to check kung sinong department yung pinakamalaking revenue, then we can create or we can set up cost center. So at the end of the year or at the end of the month, we can filter kung magkano yung revenue per department. So that's for the profit and loss, and then we also have here the balance sheet. So for the balance sheet, we have here the pwede ka mag-annual report, and then pwede ka ding mag-monthly and quarterly. So it depends kung ano yung gusto niyo. And then, so same with profit or loss. So you can see here na nandyan lang din siya. So you can select the level. If high level lang, then you can check, uy, malaki na pala yung asset ko. Hanggang 242 million na siya. And then level 6, if you want to check kung magkano yung cash mo, then you can select the levels. So, example, level 5. Ayan. So, makikita mo dito. So, how much yung cash and cash equivalents, and then inventories as well. So again, if you want to check, medyo doubtful ka dun sa inventory balance mo, then you can click on the yellow arrow. Ayan. And then same with ginawa mo before. So you just have to check the transactions here. Ayan. So that's for the standard SAP B1 reports. So again, that's just a tip of an iceberg. So as you can see, madami ka pang pwedeng explore na reports here. So we have yung mga back order analysis, and then we have the opportunities as well, and then meron pa mga other reports. Ayan, mga open item list. So ito, ganyan kadami yung mga standard reports ni SAP B1 where which you can use para sa mga decision-making purposes nyo. And then the second how can we turn our data into decisions is, aside from that standard SAP B1 reports, we have here yung mga crystal. So again, yung mga crystal layout natin. And then we also have here the queries. So let me show you lang how the queries. So we can create parang user queries. Ayan. So again, as long as nandyan lang talaga yung mga information or data sa loob ng system, then we can easily get that to create a report or create a query. So for example, ayan, we have here general, and then sample, this one, sample. So you just have to create a script. By the way, yung mga scripting naman is kailangan na siyang mapag-aralan, the basics lang, and then you can do the rest na. So you can tweak yung mga basic reports lang. So for this one, ito ay report for posted AP invoice. Ayan, all posted AP invoice together with the document total, and then the vendor name, as well as the due date, as well as the posting date. So that's a sample of mga queries. You can pag medyo mga advanced na, you can create mga advanced queries na. So ayan. And then we also have here yung mga average delay. Ayan. So you want to check kung ilang days delayed na yung payment ni customer based on the due date, then you can create a query for that. Though meron namang aging report. And then we also have here, aside from those pinakita ko kanina ng mga standard report ni SAP B1, we also have here mga standard na system queries. So yan, we have the BP accounts, checks for payment, and then mga house bank queries, kung ano yung mga na-save mo na banks, ayan. Okay. So going back to the crystal layout. So we have here, I will be showing you the crystal layout or crystal report na ginawa namin for BIR purposes. So we have here, the books of accounts. Usually the books of accounts consist of, ayan, may mga general journal, purchase. So standard SAP B1, since international siya na system, we have different reporting, BIR reporting per every country. So that's why customized per country yung mga reports na kailangan for tax purposes. So sample, we have here the purchase journal. So isa to sa mga customized reports na ginawa. So again, you just have to input the parameter. So example 1/1/23, and then up to today. And then if naka-same currency naman, so you just have to select all the currencies. So ayan. So in just like several clicks of a button, so meron ka ng mga ganyan. So isa yan sa mga ginagawa or sinesend to BIR, and then that will be through crystal report po. So last sample, we have the sales journal. Ayan. So 1/1/23, and then the parameter. So you don't need to worry na like yung mga VAT reports namin will be quarterly. So, kasi we have this parameter na kung hanggang kailang date mo lang siya generate or yung covered nung transactions na yun. Ayan. Yan. So, that's a sample of sales journals. So, yan. So again, that's possible through Crystal report. So kahit wala siya sa standard report, as long as nandito lang sa loob ng system yung data, then we can create a Crystal report for that. And lastly, so ito yung sinasabi ko kanina, now we have this ginawa ni SAP B1 na mga improvements wherein you can see yung mga analytics kasi standard SAP B1 na SQL, medyo wala siyang analytics, but then if naka-up lang yung web client mo, then you can make use of this UI para makapag-generate or makakita ka ng mga dashboard or analytics. So I will be showing you the standard lang. So we have here, ayan. So we have here the standard. So as you can see, ayan, merong invoice total by months, and then meron siyang total sales, and then versus gross profit. So makikita mo dyan yung mga increase per month, and then also yung opportunities, and then yung mga top 20 sales items, and then also yung mga invoice purchase, and then number of partners per salesperson. And then, ayan, meron tayong current inventory quantity, and then cumulative delivery quantity. So, by the way, this one is, pwede mo siyang ma-edit. And then, pwede mo din siyang ma-export to Excel. Ayan. So, if you want another graph, like gusto mo ng line chart, so ayan, pwede mo siyang i-update or bar. So this is helpful, especially sa management side, para every time nag-open siya ng B1, he or she can check the performance of the business through dashboard. And then you can also filter like the customer name, kung sino lang siya dyan. And then you just have to click OK, and then mag-update na rin siya. So you just have to click adopt filters. Ayan. So pwede kang gumawa ng sarili mong dashboard. And then we also have here, so another analytics. So ito, we have here the comparative for the last 4 completed calendar quarters. Ayan. So this one. And then also, ayan. So for quarter 2 and quarter 3, you can play with the data. Like if you have groupings like this one sa customer group, kanino ka mas kumikita, kay distributor, kay construction, kay small accounts, kay large accounts. And kung nakikita mo na behind siya dun, so what are we going to do para ma-increase yung sales niya? Ayan. And then we also have here, yan, yung mga top sales invoice, top invoice BP group. So we have several here. Invoice purchases. So mapa inventory, purchasing, and revenue transactions. We can create a dashboard like through web client. All right. So going back to my slide. Going back to my slide. Wait. Okay. So with all those reports that I've shown you, it is safe to say that the benefits of SAP Business One is first, it drives business growth. And then it enhances data security. So we have the user per account. and then log in, log out. And then we also have the accessibility. So may it be mobile or laptop or anywhere, kahit nag-seminar kayo out of the country, then you can check yung performance ng entity nyo. But before that, of course, bear in mind na 𝐦𝐤𝐳𝐽, garbage in, garbage out tayo. So whatever you feed sa system, ay yun din yung lalabas sa report nyo. So that's why we have here the best practices for leveraging SAP B1. So first, we have the data integration. Data integration, so which means that if you have like mga POS or other system na you've already are using for your current transactions, then we can integrate those system through SAP B1. And then data cleansing. So ayan, if ever meron na kayong mga transactions or meron kayong mga list of customers, vendors, and items hindi na kailangan, then you just have to set that as inactive, or pwede nyo siyang i-delete if wala pa siyang transactions. And of course, we have here the continuous training. So continuous training kasi we have added features from time to time. Kasi sa SAP B1, marami siyang dinadagdag na feature. If sa tingin niya, that will help us or yung mga current users and the future users. So, SAP B1 can help you unlock the business potential and elevate your decision making. So I guess that's it for my presentation. Don't let valuable data go to waste. Harness its power and transform it into decisive actions with SAP B1. Together, let's unlock the power of your data and turn it into successful outcomes. Thank you and good afternoon, everyone.
Yes, thank you, Miss Isa. What you have shared is really helpful, knowing that we have participants from accounting and finance industry. And I saw here in the chat box that we have participants from banks and university. Absolutely, SAP Business One is indeed a fantastic tool that they can utilize to streamline their operations and enhance efficiency. So thank you again, Miss Isa. And to our dear participants, if you have questions in mind, please feel free to drop them in the chat box. And actually, we have an inquiry here from Sir John Paul. And let's save this question, Sir John Paul. Later on, we'll have a panel discussion with the panelists. And so again, to know more about the other services Ark One is offering and who is Ark One and what we are offering, for the latest updates, please follow us on Facebook and LinkedIn. We'll send the links on the chat box for an easy access. So, okay pa po ba tayo? Are we still up? Yes, I believe na buhay tayo today sa mga natutunan natin from Miss Isa. And to add up sa energy at excitement natin, we will have a game po. And I hope this will lift up everyone's spirits as we will be awarding prizes to the winners. So there you go. This game is called Guess the Emoji. The mechanics is simple. Kailangan lang po natin na mahulaan yung right words or answers sa ibibigay na emojis per item. Ang labanan po dito ay paunahan lang po ng tamang sagot. So isang sagot lang po per individual. Hindi po pwedeng multiple answers. Kaya pag-isipan po muna natin na mabuti yung mga sagot natin bago natin isi-send. And we prepared 5 items sa game na to. So we will have 5 winners po. So to all the winners, meron po kayong matatanggap na tig 250 pesos worth of GCash. Again, we have 5 items and each items will have one winner of 250 pesos GCash. So are we all up for this game? If we are, please type game sa ating chat box para makita ko kung sino yung mga game. Dito natin makikita kung sino yung mga competitive at mga palaban dyan. Ayan. So, ang daming game. Ang daming gustong manalo ng 250 pesos na GCash. So, alright. For our first item, please wait for my signal before you send your answers. And hintayin nyo po yung sasabihin ko na guess the emojis. So, pag narinig nyo na po yon, you can send now your answers. Okay? So, let's begin. Here's our first item. Guess the emojis now. Yun. Daming sumasagot na sa ating chat box. I can see some answers. All right. So, football nga ba ang tamang sagot? And the right answer is football. Yes. To all who got the right answers, congrats po sa atin dahil clearly na-gets po natin yung mechanics ng game. Pero trial card lang po tong item na to. So good luck po to everyone. Mag-stretching po muna tayo ng mga kamay. Pabilisan mag-type dahil yung pipiliin po nating winner for each item, yung pinakaunang tamang sagot. And now, we will begin the actual game. Ito na po talaga. For the first item, guess the emoji. Go! Alright. Heartbroken, heartbreak, broken clock, break time. Okay, ang daming sagot na tama. Marami ako nakitang sagot na tama. Pero ano nga ba ang tamang sagot? Can we see the right answer? Break time. And congratulations to Mr. Danjo Roque. You got the right answer and thank you po sa lahat ng mga nag-participate sa ating item number 1. Congratulations, you won 250 worth of GCash. So, next, number 2 item, guess the emoji, go! Alright. Parang medyo madali-dali tong item na to, no? Para sa atin. Chairman? Alright. Chairperson? Wow. May nag-iisang sumagot ng chairperson. Chair with mustache. Very witty. Okay. So, let's have the right answer. The right answer is chairman. At ang nakakuha ng tamang sagot at pinakamabilis na nag-answer is si Miss Mariel Hingabay. Congratulations, Miss Mariel. You won 250 worth of GCash. For the third item, sige, stretching tayo mga kamay. Oops, wala pa po. Sige, pero guess the emoji, go! Firewall, fire brick, firewall. Alright, ang daming tamang sagot. And the right answer for this item goes to Sir Dwight Punsalan. Congratulations, Sir Dwight. You won 250 worth of GCash. The second to the last item. Yan, medyo mahirap-hirap na na emojis. Guess the emoji, go! Alright. Stone Key Road, wow. Rocky Road. Rocky Road. Ayan, sige po. Nagdadagsaan pa ang ating mga sagot. Sige po, hintayin natin. Ayan. So, Rocky Road nga ba ang tamang sagot? Rocky Road. Yan. Congratulations po to Sir John Paul Marabe. Ikaw ang pinakamabilis mag-type sa lahat ng mga Rocky Road. Congratulations again, Sir Paul John Marabe. You won 250 worth of GCash. And for our last item, ayan. Guess the emoji, go! Money wave, wow. Cash flow, money wave, money heights. Cash flow. Money wave. Cash flow, cash flow. Very witty ang ating mga participants, ating mga dear participants. Money flash. Cash flow, money water. Wow. Very literal. So the right answer for this item is cash flow. Yan, alam na alam to ng ating mga accountants. So congratulations to Sir Jake of AJI. And thank you for those who participated, and congratulations to all the winners. Please check on the chat box. I'll be sending my email address po for you to get your prizes. Kindly email me your name with the header Ark One, guess the emoji winner number. So again, congratulations to all the winners. Thank you po sa lahat na nag-participate sa game. So moving forward to our next topic, let's welcome our second speaker who also been over 5 years in the industry as a data analyst. She has been supporting businesses in enabling the seamless integration of SAP Business One with Microsoft Power BI. Let's all give a virtual round of applause to Ms. 𝐤𝐳𝐫𝐿.
Okay, thank you, Hannah, for that wonderful introduction. I was hoping I can join the game, pero ang bilis nila makasagot. Hindi ko maabot yung bilis na mag-type. Sige, anyway, good afternoon, everyone. I will be discussing about Power BI. So I will be discussing how you can optimize your data using Power BI. So every day and every moment, large amount of diverse data are being generated and collected by your companies. This data has a lot of potential business value if you can appropriately utilize it. In essence, your data is actually there. The problem is that you need employees who have the right skills to leverage the data and use relevant tools to get it done efficiently. So if you are looking to gain an edge in today's competitive market, harness the power of your data to make informed decisions that drive innovations across your entire company. So with Power BI, you can enable your employees at every level to make confident decisions using up-to-the-minute analytics. Okay? Take note of every level because anyone can use Power BI. So how can you gain competitive edge with Power BI? So you can gain competitive edge with Power BI because Power BI can actually integrate different data sources into one report. So you notice a while ago, Isa was talking about SAP. SAP basically only uses data within the SAP platform. But with Power BI, you can actually integrate multiple data sources, including if you have Excel worksheet that consists of data, you can integrate that one with your report. At the same time, integrate also the data you got from your SAP B1. So SAP B1, if you already know that the data of SAP B1, unlike, I'm not talking about HANA, but the SAP B1 that we're talking about is the one that data is being stored in the SQL database. So a Power BI can actually connect directly to the SQL database and generate the report for you. So basically, instead of having someone to export the data from the SQL database, you can simply connect Power BI to your SQL database for the information of your SAP B1. So it can connect to more than 100 tools, platform databases that produce or store data. So with Power BI, you can close the gap between your data and your insight. So by transforming lines of codes, statistical analysis, because basically in Power BI, you can create your own formulation, and that is what you call your DAX measure, to create different statistical analysis, so whether it is correlation, regression, and so on. So to gain business insight through interactive graphs, the graphs are very interactive. You can have charts and dashboards. So we have to admit that it's easier for us to understand charts and dashboard instead of seeing a whole table of multiple entry of data. So with charts, you can easily see which month you are producing quite well and which months are you're not producing quite well, or your volume is not did not reach a certain average volume. So Power BI enables you to communicate your insights effectively, regardless of the audience technical background, whether it is for better informed decision making, better employee services and logistics, eliminating information bottleneck, or determining international sales orientation and focus. Power BI allow businesses to transform data into actionable insights concerning production, concerning sales, concerning security and revenues, and many more. So before that one, what is Power BI? So Power BI is simply just a tool for visualizing your data. As long as your data is there, Isa mentioned that it is about garbage in and garbage out. So whatever you input to Power BI, that is what is going to output. So you make sure that your data is clean, and you also make sure that you transform your data so that Power BI can produce the right visualization for you. So it is a business intelligence tool because it's basically help you. It can basically help you deciding on business decision making. So, for instance, should you stop selling a certain product? Should you sell more of this theme product and so on? Which area in your company uses a lot of cost? So, sino yung pinakamalaking cost sa company niyo? You can actually visualize that one to Power BI. So, it is a unified, it is scalable platform. So, basically scalable siya. So, it means that if your data is quite small at the beginning that you generate your report, it is scalable. It can increase based on your data also. So for self-service and enterprise business intelligence, because we all know that every company has different KPIs. So a KPI from a different company is not a KPI from another company. A KPI from an oil and gas company, it's not the same as a KPI for the health industry. So that's why Power BI is actually very dynamic. At the same time, it is based on the user, kung whatever report that you need and whatever KPIs that you need to show. So Power BI is under the umbrella of the Microsoft Power Platform. This includes the Power Apps. You also have the Power Automate, the Power Virtual Agent. You also have the Power Pages and also the Power BI. So for example here, if you see the picture here at the bottom, this is for Ark One. The purpose of this one is to actually monitor the tech support performance and quality service. The reason that we have this one is to actually track whether the customers are being addressed, the problem of the customers are being addressed on time, whether the customers are already frustrated, because it will also see from there which ticket, because the customer will send tickets to us using Freshwork, okay, or Freshdesk. Okay, so we pull data from there and generate report for this. So we will know which tickets are not yet addressed, which tickets need more priority, and so on, and which tickets needs to be closed as soon as possible, because there is a sense of urgency on that one. Aside from that one, it's not just for the management to monitor the tech support performance. It's also for the tech support to know which tickets are still pending for them. Kasi there is other pages for this one. I only showing you the first part of the report. So basically, the tech support will also have a detailed information which tickets are still not closed, when will it be due, so that we will know kung overdue na siya and hindi. So we are actually improving. The tech support is actually improving because of Power BI using this platform, because we will know, okay, if the customer are happy with our tech support or not. Because a customer that is happy and satisfied increases your revenue. All right. So what are the different companies that uses Power BI? There are actually a lot of companies that uses Power BI as of the moment, because Power BI is considered to be the leading BI tool according to Gartner on April 2023. So just imagine, kung pipili ka na lang man ng business intelligence tool, just choose Power BI because it's a leading business intelligence tool out there. So companies that are using Power BI, you have here the famous retail organization that is Walmart in the United States. They actually have around more than 2 million employees and a revenue of $611.29 billion. So just imagine how big this retail organization is if they cannot visualize their data in such a way that it's easy for the management to decide, okay, it is prone to, they cannot decide properly on that one. So with Walmart, because they will be able to see which, for instance, which location produces more revenue compared to the other one. Okay, which product is producing more revenue compared to the other products. Okay, another one is an insurance organization. That is the Transamerica. Also in the United States, it has 25,000 employees and a revenue of $404 billion. So they are quite big companies. Also, you have here from United States, you have the oil, gas, chemical organization, ExxonMobil. Also, we have a from United Kingdom, that is the oil, gas, chemical organization, BP. And also, oh, I forgot, okay, Apple. Apple is also a customer of Power BI. So it's a manufacturing organization based in the United States. So you notice here the list, they are actually different companies from a different industry, retail, insurance, you also have manufacturing. So any company can actually utilize or leverage on Power BI. But before that one, I'm just going to show you a famous customer of Power BI of Microsoft that utilizes Power BI. And you will see that how they were able to succeed their problem using Power BI.
Going through an airport is a stressful experience emotionally. And when you track that emotional journey, we do everything we can to reduce the stress, let people enjoy the experience a bit more. We are dealing with 250,000 passengers every single day. The 400 companies, the 90 airlines, the 1,500 flights, 75,000 people that support Heathrow all need orchestrating, organising, planning in a predictive manner, and that takes huge amounts of data. Every single day we're handling disruption as part of our normal business. And the challenge we have is giving the right data to the staff, predicting this disruption. So there's no point knowing about this in real time. We have to know about it several hours ahead of time. We took a look at what do we need from a strategic platform to handle the data and the requirements that are emerging over the airport. And so when we looked at all the different platforms available, Microsoft came out as a clear winner. We focused on Power BI to provide the data to the frontline colleagues who are making the decisions out there on a day-to-day basis.
We have a range of employees, both internal and third-party external, who need that data, whether they're on a bus or in the terminals or in a baggage hall. They need to have access to that information so that they can quickly understand what needs to be done and when and where.
The real opportunity, and part of the reason we chose Power BI, is the seamless integration and the seamless experience. The real benefit to the colleagues across the airport and part of the whole ecosystem is it's making a huge difference in their ability to make decisions ahead of an event. So they're not having to react to something that is happening now. And so it takes a lot of stress away from their job. You plan a problem to disappear before the passenger knows there is a problem. So their experience is seamless. And so they can come through Heathrow with no interruption. That's our job, and that's why we're here.
Okay, so that is Heathrow Airport. So just imagine how powerful Power BI is, how you can utilize your data using Power BI to improve not just your operations, but also to empower your employees. So if you didn't know, Heathrow Airport is an airport found in London, England. So it uses your data to ensure, because basically daily, on average, they have around 200,000 daily passengers. So just imagine if there is a canceled flight, there is a flight that are delayed. So imagine a lot of people will flock inside the airport. So with that in mind, so they have to stay ahead of their game. What Heathrow Airport did was, so that to ensure travel is seamless as possible for the passenger, what they actually did is to pull different data from different sources. So what they did was to pull weather tracking information, because Power BI can also be integrated with web. So whatever web or my API, as long as there is an API, you can actually connect and what's you call web scraping to get that information from the web. Okay, so we have weather tracking. Also have, they pull the weather tracking data, they pull the flight schedule data, baggage and cargo tracking data if they have on that one. So basically they also track the baggage and cargo, and they also have their operational system data. And what they did is to connect all of those data into Power BI. So multiple sources into just one report. So with that one, you can connect each one, weather tracking, okay, possible delay. So flight schedule is also delaying. So you cannot connect all of the information in Power BI. So this allow their employees, such as yung gate agents, okay, baggage handlers, and air traffic controllers, to see real-time report on what's happening and use that information to make decisions rapidly. So having Power BI convert your data into visual reports and dashboards means insights are delivered to airport staff in a timely manner, because again, it's easier to see a bar graph instead of numbers, tables, okay, in a timely manner to prepare for any incoming disruption. So this means there is time available to organize extra catering, okay, because there are a lot of people there already because of delayed flights and possible flight cancellation. So they need to organize extra catering. They need to organize shuttle buses and other required resources to ease the disruption for the passengers. So airports such as Heathrow experience a huge amount of variability every day. So hindi consistent yung information na kukuha nila. It can be the weather changes now and then, right? So it's variable. So, and using Power BI allows for the anticipation of those variables to reduce not just the stress of the passengers and also for the staff. All right. So how can you gain competitive edge with Power BI? So obviously with Power BI, it can actually help you increase company revenue by increasing customer loyalty. Because for instance, I'll just give an example. A company that has, we have this Power BI report for a specific company. They actually have a lot of customer, around more than 3 million. So what they do, because this company don't actually monitor their customer, kasi ang customer nila is through yung cell phone number lang. So anyone can use their application. So minsan isang transaction lang ginawa ng consumer and so on. So with this information, what they actually did is to find out which customer is giving them a high volume, okay, or a high sales, okay, so that they make sure that they're going to retain that customer, because Power BI generate all those lists also and summarize which customer produces the highest sales for a certain location or for a certain terminal and so on. So it also improve financial efficiency by standardize the financial process, because the goal of Power BI is automation. So if there is automation, there should be standardization. So you standardize your financial process so that Power BI can read it properly. So because of this one, you can actually improve your efficiency in financial. It can also help decision-making process support by giving executive instant access to business data they need to act proactively. So, for instance, you have your SAP B1, and we're going to connect your data to your SQL database. So you have an option that you want it real time or no. So you also have an option for that one, or you can just simply schedule the refresh for that one. Okay. You also have to accelerate business insight by data integration and ability to work collaboratively to increase revenue and improve client satisfaction. A good example of this one is Heathrow Airport, because what they did is actually integrate multiple data sources from different locations or from different sources, and then make sure that their employees are empowered, so everyone is working collaboratively. So it also increased market spend efficiency because, for instance, yung kanina, they already determine which customers are actually giving them a high revenue. So basically, they can target those, they can market those customer instead of yung ones lang gagamit ng system nila and so on. So they can actually improve. They can actually improve their marketing strategy through Power BI. So you can improve. They can show which location are giving them high sales and which one is not giving them high sales. So they have to question. So they have to put their marketing strategy with the location also that have low sales, or possibly that they have to close that one. So depending on the insight that they gain from their Power BI report. So also reduces IT dependency by centralizing the data and giving the entire company access, empowering those with no coding knowledge to dive deep into analysis. Because what happens here is it reduce, not simply, not, I'm not saying that it will remove the IT dependency, but it just reduce the dependency. It means that, for instance, the data is acquired through SQL database. So since Power BI can automatically connect to your SQL database, so hindi ka na kailangan ng IT mo to daily generate the report for you so that you can generate also your report. Kasi na-connect na siya sa SQL database mo. Okay? And also, Power BI, if you will just make a simple report for your company and not just a deep, because you also, there are simple graphs inside Power BI that are easily used. You can do root cause analysis. You can do the composition tree, determine which location are giving you more sale, which customer, and so on. Okay, so with that one, pwede na kayong gumamit. No coding knowledge as possible. But if you want to have a higher, deeper analysis, like you want a regression analysis and so on, so you need a deeper understanding of how Power BI works, especially the DAX or the formula there. So it connects departments and data and processes. So yes, so that is actually true, because you can get information from your finance department, and you can actually connect it to your HR department and so on. So possibility are endless with Power BI. So this is an example of a Power report and how you can actually gain insight from this one. So you have here a sales performance report. This report will actually show you which which salesperson are actually not performing very well at a certain location, okay? And overall, which one has the hindi pa na-reach yung quota? Because, you know, in sales, there always a quota that they need to follow. So with this one, you can actually simply see, kasi this is customized, you can actually see the variances. The red one, you see that those are salesperson that did not reach their quota yet. And the one with the overall lowest lowest percentage is found under United States. Okay? Sino yan siya? The last one on the bottom. So that is the mababa masyado yung sales niya. So she didn't reach the quota. At the same time, you notice that her performance is actually fluctuating. So hindi siya consistent. So maybe a talk to the salesperson, or maybe it's not something that something bothering him or her. Okay, so because her performance is actually fluctuating, it's not actually improving. Minsan mataas, minsan mababa. Okay, and you can actually see which location gives the biggest chunk in your sales, and that is actually in the United States. Kasi lahat ng sales natin dito, if you see the bar graph here, okay, most of the salesperson here actually has a higher sales compared to the other sales employee. Okay, and then you also have here a sample report, and this is a sales and market sample. So this one, the problem of this company is that for the past months, they are actually, this is not a real, this is a fictional company. So they have for the past months, in terms of market share, they are actually the first one in terms of market share. Okay, so and you notice that the first graph, your line graph here, may dip dito, nakikita yung dip. Pababa siya dito somewhere in June. So the company wants to understand, because their goal is to actually increase the share and find for opportunity for growth. But they noticed that when the graph was shown, okay, for unknown reason, the company's market share has started to decline sometime here from February to June. So there is a significant dip in June. Okay, the bar graph here with, if you see the yellow and the blue one, okay, these are the graph comparing the performance of the company compared to its competitor, and you will see that yung number one competitor nila is Aliki. Okay, and the bottom line graph, you will actually see nga yung yellow, that is the company's market share, nag-deep siya somewhere in June, but the other competitors increase somewhere in June. So it means that it is not an industry trend. It's just a company specific. So what happened to the company during that time that it has a dip in in this month of June? So I didn't include the second part of the report, but but it shows that they connected the information from their customer service, and they found out that sometime in February there are several articles and blog posts related to company that says their customer service is actually worse in the industry. So the impact is very big in terms of their market share. So this bad press had a direct correlation to their customer sentiments and sales. So the impact is very big. So what they did is to actually be with that kind of knowledge. So they actually know saan i-address yung problema. So they know where the problem lies. So it was their customer service. So with that one, so they improved their customer service. Okay, and the customers noticed that there's quite an improvement in their customer service. So in sometime in July, okay, positive sentiment started to rise, and then balik na sila sa, okay, all-time high na again with their market share. So just imagine how powerful it is. Okay, and then I'm just going to share a Because you cannot appreciate it if it's just hindi siya that static yung presentation. Because what Power BI is about is actually very dynamic. It's customized, and you can actually, I'll share to you, this is an example of a Power BI report. So just imagine this information that you have shown here. You can actually know if you're, so for this company, by the way, this is not Ark One data. This is just, again, a sample data that we generate for just presentation purposes. So we have here the KPI for Ark One is if they reach their volume compared to last year. Did they reach their revenue compared to last year? How about their transaction count? How about their average ticket size? Did they increase or no? So with Power BI, you can actually create a report of that one. So just easily sees. So you notice this is easily visualized whether you are actually going beyond already of your sales compared to last year, or volume compared to last year, or revenue compared to last year. So you notice here the bar. This is a column chart, okay, and you have a line chart here. And you notice revenue, it's actually a small part of their volume. Meaning, because if you go here, revenue is only about 6% of their volume. So maliit lang siya. So if you want to see, kasi hindi mo actually ma-compare, because hindi mo makikita, kasi parang almost same height lang yung mga bar with each other. Okay, so this is very dynamic. You can just simply click this one. Okay, I just want to see the revenue, not the volume last year, total volume. So it will show you the revenue, and you can actually visualize already what month is giving you the highest revenue, and that is around August. All right, and also this one, you can actually see the volume, how it fluctuates, so that months over month change in the volume. And you notice mababa sila sometime in February, April, and June. So the reason behind this, the company actually dig deeper on this one. We did an analysis comparing it to yung holidays, because sometime in April marami siyang holidays. Sometimes in June, marami siyang holidays. Same with February and January. So the reason behind that, when they actually plot it to see the correlation between the holidays and the volume, they actually noticed that kung holiday siya, wala masyadong transaction yung company. So mababa sila during holiday. Kung ibig sabihin, kung maraming holiday in a month, expect that the volume will actually be decreased on that certain month. Okay. All right. And also you actually have here a consumer distribution. I mentioned a while ago that this one, for this company, it actually has around 3 million customers. So just imagine how big this information is. And you notice it already have around 17 transactions, okay, for just to get this information. This is just for January to August. Okay, we all know that Excel worksheet has a limit of only until, I think, 1.4 million rows. So hindi na siya kaya ni Excel. So just go to Power BI, and Power BI can simply crunch your data, no matter how big it is. Okay, and their lost user compared to last year is 1715, and the highest distribution where their consumer are found is somewhere in Quezon, and the lowest one is somewhere in Occidental Mindoro. So with this information, it can actually improve their marketing strategy on this one. And we noticed here for last year, there is a comparison from last year also compared to this year. And you notice may increase ng volume nila. The reason for that one is because last year, isa pa lang yung product na ginasell nila, and starting sometime in the last quarter of last year, they started to incorporate multiple products. So may increase sila ng volume dito. This is very dynamic. For instance, you want to filter it, you can include this one by location. So you can choose whether it is for Luzon, Mindanao, by region, by R, and so on. So you can include different filters as long as it's just available in your data. You can also see the trend here. You can see the trend from the volume of the volume of the company's trend. It can be daily. You can have here a daily trend also, very dynamic. You can have quarterly, and you also have yearly and so. Okay, so we also have here very dynamic. It goes to another page. I will just not show you that. We also have here for consumer, so you can understand your consumer, because again, a happy customer means an increase in sales. Okay, so you actually know how your user are actually using your product. Okay, so most of them above 4 are the second one here. So most of them are using your product for more than 4 times. Right, and you also have here a trend of your lost user. You also have here a retention analysis, so that you will actually understand how your consumers, the amount of how you retain your consumers as months goes by. Like for instance, this one is the user retention count, the one at the bottom, and you notice that this one, or the numbers here under the 0 column, are new users for that certain month. Like for instance, January 2023, you have here a new user that is around 334,471. For the next month, so that will be February, bumaba na yung amount of user natin na galing dito sa new user natin from January 2023. So there is an increase, and the rate of increase is actually around mabilis, hindi maganda yung retention nila, kasi ang ma-retain nila after a month is just 26.11% of, for instance, for the month of January. So how can they increase their retention? Okay, with this information that they have. Also, they can actually see per month, because you can actually see here for the month of January, they have basically the highest number of new users. So what did the marketing did during that time, such that they actually have an increase in their new user? So this is also here a new user retention by month distribution. The green one is the new user. The yellow is the returning user. When you say returning user, those are users that are nag-transact siya last month, pero hindi siya nag-transact din siya this month. So nagbalik siya. So those are returning users. So the blue one is your recovered user. So the recovered users are users that are may transaction siya for the previous months, pero wala siyang transaction last month. Tapos nagbalik siya, so na-recover mo siya. So you can actually see the distribution of this one, and you will actually know na you are improving in terms of also retention. Kasi yung yellow dito, you actually have better returning number counts of returning user compared to your new. And also your recovered user are also increasing as times goes by. So it's actually good for your marketing strategies. And the average spend per cohort also, you actually know that which month na new user are actually spending. So sino yung pinakamaraming spend kahit na new user pa lang sila. And that was in the month of January 2020. So it's very powerful how you can actually use Power BI to analyze your data. And this is actually based on the data that you have. It's more on how are you going to utilize and leverage that one so that it will contribute and improve your operations. All right. So last note. So data analytics is a growing challenge for companies that want to ride the wave of rapid change with data-driven decision-making and forecasting. So with Power BI, enterprises can arrange their data in a clear and easy-to-use way. You will be empowered to make decisions in hours, not months. And your employees gain easy access to the data they need for tasks and workflows. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you for the opportunity. Sana?
Thank you so much, Ms. Rees, for sharing such valuable insights about the leading business intelligence tool. I'm sure our participants found them immensely helpful, right? I believe maraming nakos na new learnings ang ating mga dear participants from our inspiring speakers. And with that being said, we have created a survey form to better understand your company's pain points and how we can assist you. As you can see on the screen, my dear participants, we have here the QR code. Please answer the survey form for you to get a chance to win 500 pesos in a raffle form later using a Wheel of Fortune. Anyone who will not answer the survey form will lose the chance of winning the 500 pesos worth of GCash. And for those who can't access the QR code, isasend po namin yung link sa chat box. So please check your chat box and we will give you enough time to answer it. All right. So moving forward, I think all of you have been dying to ask questions regarding the topics. And I think we have question from one of our participants sa ating chat box earlier. And for the other participants, now is your chance. Fire away and let's get this Q&A session started. And we have our panelists here who are readily available to answer it. So let's welcome again our panelists, Mr. Erwin Padrique, our CEO, Ms. 𝐤𝐳𝐫𝐞, the pre-sales lead, Ms. Reese Hover, our data analyst, and for our Luzon account managers, Ms. Angie Cepeda, Ms. Marife Crucero, and Mr. Roel Abustan. So I think earlier, si Sir John Paul Takyang has a question about SAP Business One, and it was already addressed by Ms. Iza. Yan, sabi ni Sir John Paul, add-on po ba yung web client or standard feature po siya ng SAP Business One versus 10? Ayan. So everyone, please feel free to ask questions. So I think, all right. All right. So habang hinihintay natin yung ibang mga participants, we are curious about if we have trainings po ba for our crystal report and query creation. I think this will be addressed by Ms. Iza. Ms. Iza, do you have trainings po for crystal report and query creation?
Yes, there are some trainings like webinars. We just have to send invites, and also maybe if you really want a like one-on-one training, then you can go to our account managers and let them know.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Iza.
Thank you.
So, for the second question, ma'am, is the web client available to 9.1 version of SAP Business One?
It's only available to latest version, which is the 10.0. So if currently you have a 9 point something version, then all you need to do is upgrade in order to utilize the web client functionality.
All right. Thank you, Miss Iza. And we have here a question from Sir JP of ACP. Is it possible to log all the software changes on SAP Business One? Example, changes on reports, layouts, or system or crystal reports, changes in database, etc. I think this question will be addressed by Miss Iza.
For standard like transactions, there's a log in SAP B1, but as to reports, like as to crystal layouts, we just have to confirm with our developer. We just have to confirm with our developers if that's a possible thing.
Okay. Thank you, Miss Iza. So we're just curious, Miss Iza, how to activate po the web client. If you can share it with us, ma'am.
For the activation of web client, there is a certain procedure that our technical guy would have to perform. So again, you just have to contact our account managers for that.
Okay. So thank you, Miss Iza. So we have another question here from Miss Charmaine Carillo. Hi everyone. It was mentioned earlier that Power BI can get data from different sources. How does that work? Can it be integrated in the system, or do we upload an Excel file which it will use as a source data? I think this question is for Miss Reese. Miss Reese.
Okay, thank you for that question. Basically, what Power BI, something that makes Power BI powerful is its extraction, transformation, and loading capability. So using the get data icon in Power BI, you can simply connect different sources to very easy lang siya. You just simply use the icon in the Power BI desktop and just simply connect. Kung for instance, yung Excel, kung kunyari ang gusto mo yung Excel file mo, you can simply connect that one to your Power BI. So, for instance, ilagay mo din siya sa SharePoint nyo, pwede mo din siya i-connect. So, from the SharePoint to your Power BI. Okay? Is that okay?
Thank you, Miss Reese. And another one, Miss Reese. Will the security be compromised if they try to access their Power BI from a remote location?
In terms of security naman, because it is now a compulsory for most firm to have a data security. So aside from that one, Power BI also lets you track the user that uses your Power BI. It will help you control the usage of your data. So sino lang yung sharean yun ng Power BI report niya, and if you share your data also to someone, okay, so that is on you. But if other people will access that one, they cannot access that because it's not shared to the other people. So ang Power BI has that security. So ang tanong, if you can use it in remote location, yes. So if you use a mobile device, because Power BI has also a mobile platform. So pwede mo din siya makita sa cellphone niya. Okay, so from a remote location, you don't have to worry about security. Kasi si Microsoft na yung, in terms of security, si Microsoft na yung bahala dyan. And it was designed for a business user who use also multiple devices at work. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. And for the survey form, we have now getting 31 responses. Kaya continue lang po tayo na mag-answer sa mga survey form for you to be able to win 500 pesos. So another question from Sir Paul John Marabe. Can I use Power BI if my license is business basic? Yan, I think this is for Miss Reese. Again, question to be
I have
addressed by
to
Miss Reese.
clarify this one. Business, it means that wala kayong license na. Basically, you're using free for Power BI. Yes, you can use because the licenses that are paid, ang nangyayari lang, you pay for the licenses if you're going to share. Okay? But if your personal usage only, you're not sharing anything, then you can use it. You can use your license as yung basic lang, business basic. Is that okay, Paul?
And ma'am, can we analyze Power BI reports data in Excel?
Oh yes. You can also analyze because some users in Power BI actually have a hard time moving from Excel. Parang mas kasanayan na yung Excel eh. So what they actually did is they crunched the data in Power BI, and then after that one they export it to Excel. So basically, i-summarize lang nila sa Power BI, and then there they can actually view it also in Excel. So you can analyze it using also Excel.
All right. So any more questions from our dear participants? So we only have 1 minute to answer before we will close the survey. Oh no, the survey is now already closed po. So there you have it. Thank you so much to our panelists. Thank you, Sir Erwin, Miss Iza, Miss Reese, and to our Luzon account managers, Miss Angie, Miss Marife, and Sir Roel for addressing all the questions. And if you have questions pa po, you can still send it, and we have someone from our team na sasagutin po yung mga questions natin on the chat box. So moving forward, we will go to the most awaited raffle promo. But before we proceed, may I request everyone for a pictorial? Can I request all of you guys to turn on your camera? And can I see your beautiful faces? All right. So 1, 2, 3. Smile. All right. Can we do the number 1 hand sign? Yeah, this is the Ark One signature sign. Okay, smile in 3, 2, 1. All right. Thank you so much, everyone. So are you guys excited to win GCash prizes? Sige nga, kung nag-answer ka ng survey and kung gusto mo manalo ng 500 pesos, please type me. Me. Come on, guys. Let's type me sa ating chat box sa mga gustong manalo ng 500 pesos. Yan, pang Shopee din natin to, pang Lazada din. And now, we'll be extracting the winners using Wheel of Fortune. Ayan. Daming gustong manalo ng 500 pesos. Alright. So, I'm sure lahat ng mga nag-me na to ay sumagot sila ng survey form. And congratulations to our first winner, Sir Henry Pasqua. Alright, you won 500 pesos po. Congratulations! And for the next winner, ayan, sino kaya ang maswerteng mananalo ng ating 500 pesos? Congratulations, Miss Cathy! You've won 500 pesos worth of GCash. And now for our third winner, 500 pesos. Congratulations to Renz Martin C. Pineda, congratulations! You've won 500 pesos. At dalawa na lang po. Sino ang ating pang-apat na maswerteng mananalo? Congratulations, Miss Charmaine Carmillo. Congrats, you won 500 pesos. And for the last winner of 500 pesos, sakto dahil ngayong ay malapit nang mag-Christmas, pandagdag sa atin, John Paul Takyang. Congratulations, Sir John Paul Takyang. Congratulations to all the winners. And for data privacy, please send your numbers to my email that will be sent in the chat box. And again, don't forget po to like our Facebook page, follow our LinkedIn. And that's a wrap. A big thank you to all who took part in this event. Maraming salamat po. We look forward to seeing each and every one of you again at our upcoming events. Salamat po sa lahat ng mga nag-participate. Thank you for joining us here. And this has been Hannah. And here in Ark One, we've always got you covered. Thank you so much.